over here.
It's all the way live. Dun, dun, dun. It's all the way live. Do, 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 do.
Okay, and now it is all the way live. And okay,
Okay, perfect.
yes. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sips and Scripts, the podcast where we make a cocktail and talk about one of our favorite films from the past and present. My name is Kirsten Jackson, and I am a blogger and cocktail influencer at lowcountrysocialite.com.
I'm Terrell Bernard, guy who watches movies.
And I'm Kayla Rose, and I'm an entertainment blogger at inmytheater.com. Welcome to the show, guys.
Welcome.
Welcome,
How
everybody.
y'all doing? How
How is
y'all
everybody doing?
doing? Good. Had a great Thanksgiving weekend, whatever you want to call it. I am not ready to go back to work tomorrow. And yeah. hmm
Yes, I'm not ready to go back to work tomorrow either,
not at
but
all.
I am thankful for it was a nice holiday.
Yeah,
Terrell,
yeah,
how you
yeah.
doing,
Had a good
Will?
time. Thanksgiving was great. I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Hung out with family, so that's
Mhm.
always good.
Hmm.
Always good.
Always good.
Always good.
Hmm. Well, today we are talking about
We
Kayla's
are
pick.
talking about yes. It's perfect. It's the perfect movie because we just cut off of Thanksgiving. And we've um a lot on social media this week too because it's the perfect Thanksgiving movie. It's probably one of the only, especially when it comes to black folks, which is soul food.
Yes, everybody's seen it. Everybody loves it.
Hmm what was so funny that was going around social media this morning was that people were talking about how Big Mama was the villain. So we'll have to get into it. Um, we will absolutely
Yes.
have to get into this because the comments and things have been interesting. Um,
What
and
is the
yeah,
hashtag for that discussion? Because when you sent it to me, I was like, that is so on time. So is it like hashtag soul food, hashtag Big Mama villain? What is
I
it?
didn't
Oh,
see a hashtag. I just seen people retweeting it. So I don't know.
gotcha.
I
Okay.
just seen the folks retweeting it, so I was like, let me get into the conversation.
Well, it's a lot of people were talking about it on Twitter, which Twitter looks like a
It's a shit show over there right now.
it really is.
Elon Musk well, praise the Lord.
Yes, his ruination of Twitter.
I will say though,
Yes.
it'd be a perfect time to ask if he actually was gonna sell it and it went back. Probably make billions
I
of
don't think
dollars.
he's
Anyhow, I don't know. He keeps going back and forth. You hear one thing one day, one thing the next day. I wish he would just leave it alone.
I
Go
don't think
back to
he's
your
ready to
cars, my
admit
guy.
defeat.
Of course not.
He's
Well,
not ready.
well,
So
yeah, no. Um, y'all, I don't even know where we
What?
are right now just because I am all over the place. But we are talking about Soul Food Day. It's a movie that follows the joke. It's narrated by one of the kids, probably I think the oldest grandkid of Big Mama.
The only
Um,
kid that talks in this whole movie.
true,
The only child that talks.
true, true.
Nosy kid.
Extremely that he ain't need to be in. Um, and it's a very good film because it just kind of goes through. Man, a Black family, I guess in the 90s. Before we get too far into it, let's hear about you guys' history with the films. Terrell, what's your history with the film?
I don't know. It seems like it was a film that I've always seen. I don't know when I saw it, how it got started. It's like soul food. Yeah, I guess I saw it already. It's like, you Black, right? Soul food. Let me put that in your brain. I was okay.
There you go. There you go.
Along with the
Jason, what about
soundtrack.
you?
We're going to put the soundtrack in there too.
The soundtrack to me was more popular than the movie, right? Like,
Yeah.
or at least just as. So,
Well, I don't know about no sound.
oh Lord,
long enough. Well, it. I know we'll probably talk about it a little bit later. But it's produced by Babyface, and so it had no choice but to have a great soundtrack. So I do not see that being too far-fetched, that the soundtrack would be a little bit more popular than the movie. But before deep to it, let's hear about that cocktail you're drinking.
Okay, alrighty. Well, you didn't ask me, but my history with the film.
I did.
Yes, you asked Terrell. You want to know his history, not mine.
I asked you, and I said, "Is it the same as you, as Terrell?" You just don't listen.
How my history gonna be the same as Terrell's?
Because you was agreeing with him, saying that you just heard the movie, and you just watched with him. But yes, Kirsten, tell us about your history with the film.
I really don't have one.
Look at you doing all of that.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. It's a film that I did not appreciate till I got older. Because I saw it when it came out, because it was like every Black family watches this movie on some holiday. Like, it's just a movie that everybody has seen. And I remember it being super popular. Like, people were like running to the theaters to see it. Like, because when was it released? You have a date on the release date?
It was released September 26, 1997.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember people like running to the theaters to go see it. And Black families just loved it. So my family didn't watch it a lot, but I guess like some of my extended family did, but like not my immediate family. But now it's just a movie that just plays all the time and on every channel. Like, it's just one of those. It's a good American movie. I think I will say that.
Good American movie.
It's a good American classic.
It's a good American classic.
I don't know.
I wouldn't go that far.
Explain
I
your
wouldn't
face.
go that far because I could go one. I could talk to one person. I'm like, you ever seen this movie before? He'd be like, nope. and he is the face of America. So.
Wait, hold up. Ooh. It's the face of America.
There's people that I know. There's plenty of people I could talk to. They'd be like, nope, never heard of it.
Do white people watch this movie? I don't know if I've ever heard of white people watch
I don't think it's a white. Yeah, but just because things are Black doesn't mean that they are not American. Blacks are American.
Well.
But you know when you say American, you know what you mean.
Course, but start talking about American movies, it's not giving
that is a typical
all Black cast.
That is a typical American family. So they just Black. So there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? So every time you go to your white friend's house, they be throwing down the soul food, huh? They having a good time.
Were they not American though? They were an American family. I don't care what nobody's saying. It is an American film.
My entire home shut down.
Oh, fine. Which one we call it? An African American film?
It's a hood classic.
Oh no!
It is.
Don't get Terrell
It
started.
is.
Do not get him
The hood
started.
has mad respect for soul food.
God.
The hood loves.
I don't know.
No.
I mean, it's not hood technically, but it is a Black film that might be considered. Okay,
I
so
don't
but
think
the official category is American comedy drama film.
Boom! Thank you. It is American.
However, if we
I
want
hope
to
so.
go with how we was arguing about that other movie and
Oh,
how
Lord.
it's all of a sudden is a thriller.
Lord. Don't get Kevin started. Don't get us started.
So not too much on an opposite argument than the argument you was trying to give the last time. Not too much.
Anyway.
Anywho.
We're not going there because you cut up so bad last week about that. I mean, not last week, but whenever that was, you cut up really, really bad.
I know.
And you almost walked away from this episode with a whooping. And so with a spanking. So anyway, we're gonna get into this cocktail. So today for our film, we are making a Hennessy sidecar. I mean, what's more blacker than Hennessy?
No, it's American. It can't be black. It's American.
Like, might as well call it.
Oh God! I ain't making nothing for y'all. Y'all don't appreciate me.
Oh, we do.
on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Dang.
But today ain't neither one of them days. Y'all make me sick. Anywho, we're gonna make a Hennessy sidecar. So you will need a cocktail shaker full of ice, which mine is full of ice and a little water. That's all right. That's all right. You know what? Little tip here. That's some of the point of shaking things in a cocktail shaker because it'll kind of slowly water down your drink so it's not just too entirely strong like spirit. So some of that melted ice gets in that drink and makes it real good and smooth. So it's okay.
I don't want no bartender telling me that. Sound like you trying to rip me off. I want all the alcohol.
I was just about to say, I mean, it sounds a little bit like a rip-off, sis, but okay.
Really, Mr. Daiquiri?
Hey, I need. Hey, don't talk about me.
Really, Mr. I'll take your finest frozen virgin pina colada. Oh wait, you done graduated to the big leagues now because you was drinking like a sailor on your last cruise.
Yeah, because I was on a boat.
Oh, so you only drink? You don't drink on the mainland. You just drink on the boat.
Only on vacation.
So you heard it here, Alcoholics Anonymous. He only drink on a boat.
So you don't have like any alcohol in your house?
I do, but it was from a leftover party from year before last. Okay. So yeah, it's
so
on top of the
responsible.
What alcohol? I'm curious. That's a good question, Kayla. What alcohol do you have in your house?
I have no clue. I think it's a bottle of wine.
I got alcohol right there. Like
not right there.
I think it's some Hypnotic.
Hypnotic. Oh God.
Yeah.
This is the 90s.
Hey, don't hate on Hypnotic. It was mixed in. It was
Terrell is the scripts part of this podcast because
yeah, because I don't get no sips. I just get the scripts.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, wow, Terrell. I'm gonna make this drink, but I feel sadness in my heart for you. All right, so we're gonna start off with 2 ounces of Hennessy that I've already poured out, and half an ounce of triple sec. And half an ounce of fresh lemon juice. We're gonna put our top on. Give it a nice shake. strain it into a nice martini glass here.
It's so pretty.
Like it's struggling. It's all right. Is it okay?
It's coming out. I don't like using these shakers with the little top on them, but I don't have all the hands I need. So here we go, and we're gonna garnish with an orange slice, and here we go, our
Yummy,
Hennessy
yummy.
sidecar.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, nice.
Looking good. Very nice.
Very
Very
nice. Very
nice.
nice. Well. I guess we should get into this movie a little bit then. So I think we already said it came out in September 1997. It had a budget of $7.5 million. However, it made 43.7, and it was like the number 3.
Why are you looking so
Why are you
creepy?
looking at me like, what you doing? Oh,
Stop looking
Lord.
like that, please.
My
It must
bad.
be real good. Give me some.
Screw y'all. I was while y'all were talking, I was just taking a wee little thumbnail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Try it again, sis. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Anywho, so 1997, it had some heavy hitters, all people that we know. We got Vivica Fox, Vanessa Williams, Nia Long, Michael Bleach, Mekhi Phifer, Gina Rivera, and Brandon Hammond was the young little boy who was in the movie. We had Big Mama, Jeffrey D. Sams. It was just really stacked. It was a very stacked movie.
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
But you know, movies like that back in the day was always a good time because you had this like ensemble cast where it's like all your favorites would be in one movie. I feel like they don't make movies like that anymore. Or maybe I'm just old and I don't know these new people anymore.
They kind of don't. It's rare. It's just.
They don't make movies like this no more, period. Let's start there. I don't think any, like, you have the Soul Foods and you have Friday and The Best Man, all those movies and stuff like that. They don't make movies like that no more, to me. They're extremely goofy usually, and some of these new actors just aren't. They're not touching a Nia Long or a Vivica Fox. You're just not touching it. The new actors ain't acting.
I would imagine like making an ensemble cast movie like that now would be very expensive.
Yes. Yeah.
You have
for
to pay
people because like they got minimums that they get paid just to be in your film.
Yeah, you have to pay everybody's salary, and I think back then, you know, they got their salaries, but a lot of them were happy to be there. So
yeah, I agree.
Which makes sense as to why, like the Best Man, the Best Man movie is now going to be a series because they'll have a lot more sponsorship and they can pay everybody's salaries real good with all that.
Because I mean, that's a salary. Them folks been working their entire lives, and so they probably was like, "You want me, the person who gets to sit at the house and do one movie a year, to do what for how much? Yeah, no." Try again. It's probably how
and they got
that conversation went.
And they got all of them to come back. So like but we're gonna do that movie soon, so stay tuned. But yeah, back to Soul Food.
So and like I said, great movie, made a bunch of money. And yeah, so it's just following around this Joseph family who, you know, they describe it as a close-knit family. And I'm like,
well, yes, they are, because they spend a lot of time, well, at least once a week with each other.
Right. So I'm like, but is that what makes you close-knit? So they have Big Mama. There's there's Big Mama, who is obviously the grandmother, the mother, the old woman, the glue of the family who keeps everyone together. You have Maxine, who is the old. No, Maxine's not the oldest. Terry is the oldest. So you have Terry. She's the oldest sister. She's rich. She's a lawyer. She's married to a lawyer. She's bitter, but we'll get into why. Then we have Vivica Fox, who is Maxine, and she's the middle sister. She has the family. She has the kids. I'm not quite clear. She has a job. They seem like the regular, right?
Oh.
Maxine.
Oh, talking about Maxine. Yeah.
Maxine, Maxine, my fault. Yeah.
They seem like the regular everyday family, 2 kids and wife, husband, home. And then you have Nia Long, who is the baby. Her name is Bird. She's recently married. She owns a hair salon. Her husband is like this person who was in jail, good person, trying to be on his feet, trying to do good. However, he is having a hard time, keeping face in the family because of his past jail time. And then we have, who are the husbands? So that's Mekhi Phifer is Lim, which is Bird's husband. Terry has Miles, who is also a lawyer, but he is pursuing his dream to be a musician. And then we have, who is the other husband, y'all? Kenny. Kenny is just a regular, everyday, cool guy. Works a job. It's really cool. So those are our major players, unless we decide to call Samuel and what's that girl's name? Who the home wrecker? Faith. Those are our 2, I guess, other characters who I guess we should talk about a little bit. Samuel is Bird's ex-lover, and Faith is their cousin who their mom took in after her sister died. So you have the spray of people. These are all the big family members, and we're following out their lives over the course of a couple of months or so, through the voice of Maxine's oldest son, Ahmad. Boom.
Right.
Should have been there. Goodness gracious. I'm talking about them kids. The baby came, and then it was like, I'm buying this baby a computer. It was like, what? Your son don't need the computer?
Oh God.
Yeah. So the movie, y'all. The movie started out. Let me tell you how this movie was already wild from the beginning, because they was at Bird and Lim's wedding. And let me tell you how we could have ended the movie there, because he started dancing with his ex. And let me tell you how I'd have been like, oh, okay, bye. Wouldn't have been no more film, wouldn't have been no more movie. I'd have been in jail and divorced.
Goodness gracious.
Would have been open, closed for me.
Jail and
personally.
divorce. Lord Jesus.
She was funky dancing in that little bitty dress at that wedding. But like,
how she get in the wedding is my first question. My first question is there, because that was another point I was gonna make up about the beginning of this movie. I was like, well, who was guarding at the wedding? Because
who invited her?
How's she make it in? And how does Samuel make it in?
Yeah. Who was guarding weddings?
At my wedding. No,
I ain't been to too many weddings, but I know I didn't hire any guards for my
folks like that.
We have a comment that says, "Am I the only one that thinks Maxine was trifling?"
No. Oh, we gonna get into it.
They all were.
They
all
a little
trifling.
Actually, not too much on Bird.
Bird was trifling too.
Okay. Hold on.
Bird wasn't trifling. Now, her own personal life, maybe, but when it comes to family, she was not trifling. Now, Maxine was trifling. Terry was trifling with the family.
Mama
Bird
was
trifling.
Not. Ooh, Big Mama was real trifling.
Big Mama was trifling. Bird was trifling.
Big Mama.
Okay. Bird to me was good right up until she asked her ex to get her boo a job. But I don't even think do you consider that trifling? Because she was doing what she thought was best for her.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was trifling. I think it was dumb. And I felt like Bird, they really positioned Bird to be like the perfect, well, not perfect, like as if she was perfect, but she was a well written character as a little sister because she was dumb as hell.
What you mean?
That with that whole boyfriend thing, and then she just seemed like a young person that just was just trying to make it, and like
I'm curious.
And so the salon, was that her business or did she work in that salon?
No, she owned it.
But she owned it.
She owned it.
Terry, yeah, money to start it.
Okay. See,
the
and to
ATM.
me, Terry is the hero. I don't care. I love me some Terry. Well, but it might be because I just love me some Vanessa Williams.
I guess they say Thanos was the hero too, so I guess he should be there.
Come on, Terrell. Tell the folks.
Terry said, "Fuck the family," and I'm like,
"Ooh!" I was like, "Wait, yeah." Now we gotta really get into it. We really gotta get in the dynamics is crazy because when the conversation was circulating around on social media, I was like, "You're right." Mama was big trifling for having that stash of money in that TV. And knowing Terry was paying for every single thing in that house and for her sisters, trifling. She actually is the villain of the movie.
But what I'm gonna say about that is,
Lord.
She probably forgot.
But listen, I'm raised by an older mother and an older family. They be like, I don't care what you're gonna do with your money right now. I'm putting money away for the future. I'm putting this money aside. Like old folks love to save money for a rainy day, which is good. But so that makes sense to me.
And the rainy day,
yeah. Now that was irresponsible about how she just died and they didn't tell them where the money was. So, or put it in the bank. But it seemed like
with the uncle, he would have known where the money was. They just slide him a plate every once a week. Like, how was this man living?
Yeah, how was he alive?
Exactly. You get one plate of food once a week. They put it in front of your door.
I think that when Big Mama
take care of Pete now, come on.
I think when Big Mama was alive, she was taking care of. But the fact that, let me tell you something, that family, I think Big Mama was trifling, but I also think that they were kind of like trifling to her. They, even though what's her name, Maxine, she would help cook and stuff. Big Mama did the majority of the cooking. She stayed in that house. I was like, how did they not know that her diabetes was that bad? Like,
they see her every week.
I think they did know it was that bad, but I think she
terribly.
No, they didn't.
Terribly every week.
They ate that too, and they were like, "When's the last time you've been to the doctor?" Like, wouldn't a dog they
you should know? Yeah, when the last time your parents, especially if you see them regularly, it's not like they were coming down and they driving from here and there. They all lived in the same area.
Yeah.
So you should definitely know when the last time your mama went to the doctor, or you could have taken your mama to the doctor. And Bird was living at the house with them, with Big Mama. So she definitely could have took Big Mama to the doctor.
Bird was a little selfish. She wasn't worried about nobody but herself. And that's typical of somebody that age that's got a business, that just newly married.
I do agree with the statements that you are making because I have witnessed firsthand an older person hide their illness very well until it was too late and she died and no one knew she was sick. So I think that older people are a lot smarter, and so they probably just thought mother had a handle on what was going on in her life and wasn't really that.
So if you know she's diabetic, you want to make sure.
Yeah, they knew she had diabetes. So
my thing is, a lot of people sometimes don't think about that as hard as you think that you think about it. Like, you don't really think my mom is gonna die one day. So you're not always focused on how is she doing with her insulin? How is she doing with this? How is she doing with that? They all had things going on in their lives. So while it probably comes up every once in a while for them, it's not something that they had on their mind 24/7.
Okay, I'll go for that.
I
However,
don't
So last time both of y'all mamas been to the doctor. When the last time both of your mothers been to the doctor? When the last time
Well,
they
my
took their
mama
medication?
has passed on. So
oh yeah, so it's been quite a while.
yeah, I don't think she's been in a good long time.
Yes, so it's been a while.
I'm so
But
sorry.
Terrell knows his dad went to the doctor. I mean,
Yes.
When
Some, yeah. He
I
recently
will,
went.
I will say that, like with my mama, I do rely on her to take care of herself until I see where she can't. So I mean, I get it, but like,
I don't know, man. You just really think about it. She's up every day, cooking, cleaning, walking. They probably think she's fine. She probably not showing no signs. I don't know.
well, I'm looking at this Twitter thread, right? So I'm gonna read some of these comments that people. It's so funny. Like, who opened this up? Because it's like
so everyone can read it with you.
Yes. So for today, let's see. All right, now y'all trying to make me do too much technology.
Not too much technology.
Oh Lord.
This whole thing about to shut down. Hold it down.
Okay. She kept her brother in a closet for 48 years with a stash of money and the TV while Terry paid for everything. Where y'all think Big Mama went when she died?
Yes, okay. That's the one.
And then people are like, what was another one? People are like talking about how Terry was not, they said, and I know she's the reason that Terry even reconciled with the family in the first place. My sister gets my man and I'm supposed to just roll with it. Without Big Mama, Terry would have been happier and even more wealthy by herself. That's a hot take.
That's a hot take.
Well, you don't think so? I think so.
Oh no.
You think without Big Mama, Terry would have been wealthy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
Explain this.
She was giving away her money to everybody. So if she had been like,
but even without Big Mama, she would have had So you think y'all think Big Mama was encouraging Terry to keep the family together, take care of the family? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Because even when they were, how we gonna take care of this hospital bill? Because insurance ain't gonna take care of all of it. And then all of a sudden it was like, here's what we do. Here's the solution I've come up with. You guys pay for it. Terry and Miles pay for it, and we'll pay you back in installments. Like
that shit was so low down. It was like, damn, they could have at least respected her by asking her. They just like presented it as the plan. Yeah, Terry and Miles will pay for it, and we'll just pay them back. I was like thinking, and I was sitting there like I was Terry's pocketbook. Like,
personally, her reaction was perfect for me. Fuck the family, and I'm about to. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I'm with her. I was like, oh, you got audacity, baby. Some real strong audacity, because them medical bills be like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. What do you mean I can pay for it and you can pay me back in installments?
Yeah, like that ain't how this work at all. I don't know what we gonna do, Big Mama. That was I don't know what we gonna do about Big Mama.
Yeah,
we can't afford to pay these hospital bills.
That made me mad. I was like,
and I don't know. Maybe I'm just not. Maybe I'm just not as what's the word for it? Mm-hmm. Damn, I just had a brain fart. When you value objects, what is it called?
Materialistic?
No.
Oh. Not.
When you value
Sentimental.
things.
Oh,
Sentimental.
sentimental.
Sentimental. Screw y'all.
Oh,
But shoot, Terry's plan was not a bad idea. Sell this
Sell
house
that house.
and
Yeah,
put
I
Uncle
agree.
Pete in a home.
Now I don't know about Uncle Pete in the
Now,
home.
that ain't cool now. Come on now. We
'Cause
see what they
Uncle
be doing to them people in them homes.
Yeah, I don't
Which
know
They
about
could
be
be
Uncle
no.
neglecting them, taking the
Yeah,
money,
but
and
at least
beating them
somebody
people
would
down.
see him multiple times a day. He was back there
See
in
him
the
get
room.
beat down. Don't nobody go visit nobody in no home.
Not every nursing home beats people down. There are some now, okay. But what I'm saying is, shoot, Uncle Pete was back there. But Bird was not looking after no damn Uncle Pete. Bird
He
was.
wouldn't let nobody in there.
That's what I'm saying.
When
back
he
there in
came
that
out,
room.
he didn't look like he was too bad off. He didn't look like he was out there struggling. He looked, his beard was kind of trimmed up now.
Yeah, but he was but he was far past mental breakdown. And Uncle Pete was back there in the room for at least a week. Like, and did Bird, do we even know how Bird was taking care of him?
I don't think Bird was taking
Bird
care
couldn't
of him
cook.
for real.
Bird couldn't cook.
So Bird wasn't feeding him.
I think
Bird
he
wasn't
must have
feeding him. I tell you that.
In my opinion, he must have had a room that had a bathroom in it.
Okay,
And
yeah.
so he was showering himself and doing all that. They would leave his meals at the door. And Big Mama was most likely the one who actually saw him and was going to like take care of him. So all that time that Big Mama was in the hospital is questionable on what was going on. Because you could tell when she actually saw him, she hadn't seen him all the way up into there. So nobody was laying eyes on him while Big Mama was in the hospital.
That's what I'm saying.
We also don't know how long Big Mama was in the hospital.
She was in there for a good minute.
That's what it seemed like.
Yeah, because it was fine, and then it was snowing, and it was just like, she back there for a while.
Yeah, she probably was in there for like a month, at least a month and a half before she woke up and was like, "I'll see y'all later." But she let her finish her sentence. I was like, she.
Damn. Yeah.
She laid a heavy ass burden on that little boy.
What you to do, baby? Listen closely.
I was like, they got that baby all up in grown folks' business, because why are you telling that little boy that you lost your job?
And then told him not to tell nobody. And you know, in my opinion, hell, Big Mama could have been telling that boy anything. She could have been like, "I want you to get your foot off my ox."
I don't like you. Why would you say that?
Not off the oxygen.
Yes. Saying, shoot. That just seems like
Ahmad is really the person.
Yeah, Ahmad is the killer. Stepping on oxygen. He was like, "Baby, I want you to get your damn foot off my oxygen." So
ridiculous.
I'm just saying.
That's terrible.
Yeah, he was definitely. I get though the like narrator deal type thing that they was trying to do, but yeah, no, baby was in too much of the grown folks' business.
Too much.
I hated that interaction with him and Lim. It was like, don't tell your aunt. Like,
no,
like,
you cannot
why would you
tell
do
my
that?
child not to tell me something. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. I don't care how old you are.
Yeah,
he didn't even seem like he was everyone's child. Like, really didn't care what he was doing or where he was going or where he was at. It was like do. And they was like, "We gotta take care of this baby." It's like, bro, y'all got 3 kids and y'all ain't concerned about neither one of the older ones. Like the other one didn't even talk. Was the girl? Was she all right? She didn't have a word to say. I was like, man.
Nobody mattered, but Ahmad.
I know, right? And then Big Mama out there talking about, my favorite. Where my baby at? I thought you were talking about the little baby. Then here come this big grown rusty joker coming up, strolling. So, hey, Big Mama, what you need?
But they had a relationship. She loved, because that must have been her first That's
First
her first
grandchild?
grandbaby.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he loved her he let her teach him a lot of stuff. Cause shoot, Amal was snapping butter beans and all type of old folk shit. So yeah.
Mhm. Snapping butter beans. I don't even know what a butter
Yes.
bean looks like. That's hilarious.
Mm.
Okay, so one thing I definitely did point out too was that to the doctor. Is that something y'all see like now with your
So you
family?
trying to ask us so we old? Is that what you said? So
I'm gonna go ahead and let you know right now. Yeah, I don't like going to the doctor.
Family,
I think it's a mixture of a lot of stuff.
IK.
Going to the doctor as a plus size person is scary. Going to the doctor as a person of color is like
Mhm.
there is a general
Hella
mistrust
scary.
of doctors
Yeah.
for people of color. So and especially like preventative treatment, like
Mhm.
a lot of black folks be like,
Goodbye.
so I get that. So absolutely.
Yeah, I
And
know I don't. Because I remember last time I went to the doctor, I was like, Doc, my knees been bothering me. It hurts. Like, it's been real bad.
Right.
And she was like, oh, you're just fat. I was like, no, I've been fat.
mhm.
Like, my knees.
Yes,
I've been fat for a
yes.
little while now.
Yeah.
It wasn't just, I'm like, I need more than just your fat. I need you. You're going to take a look at it, MRI. You're going to see if it's something structurally wrong with it. Need some type of support or some kind of something other than you fat. Like, bro, I could have told myself that.
Yeah, and that happens a lot. Like I remember when I was a teenager, my mom took me to the doctor, and she loved this doctor, and I hated him. But she was like, he tell it like it is, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. What's a doctor that tell it like it is? What are you talking about? So anyway, this doctor, he was like, well, I think she's so fat because she's depressed, and he just prescribed me like some mental health meds, like an antidepressant. And I was like, he never asked me if I was depressed or if I had any like symptoms. He just was like, here's some Wellbutrin, Godspeed. So
yeah. That's crazy.
Dang. Yeah, no, I had broken my entire thumb here. And the doctor was just like, oh, I think you have carpal tunnel. Didn't do no testing, nothing. She gave me a brace, and I put the brace on, and I tried to wear it, but it hurt so bad. And I'm like, well, if I had carpal tunnel,
I bet if it's broken,
I don't think it's supposed to hurt that bad with the brace on. I ended up going to the emergency room, and they did the X-ray and an MRI, and was like, yeah, you got fractures.
Oh my goodness. That's good that you advocated for yourself and went and got a second opinion.
So,
yeah, but the emergency rooms that ain't cheap. That stuff is expensive. You got to run to the emergency room. Just be prepared.
Oh, thank you. Everybody lift your hands. I was still underneath that good trachea.
Oh, trachea. Okay, well, you were good to go then. No worries. No worries.
If anyone would like to marry me and you're in the military, please hit me in the DMs. Please, thank you. Anywho,
your DMs about to be flooded.
Don't even need any of your BAH. I just want the insurance back.
Okay.
I heard open the floodgates.
So, y'all, we got a comment that says, yes, you can go to the doctor and say my left ear hurt, and they'll say lose weight. Yep. You can get hit by a bus and they be, well, if your fat ass would have got out of the way.
Yep.
Like it should have been a little lighter on your feet.
Yeah.
Losing that weight, you ain't got to worry about it.
Yes.
So yeah. So I think one of the kind of bigger things is, everyone, Terry's a little bitter. Maxine's super selfish.
She's a lot of bitter.
Well,
I feel like Terry is annoyed at this whole family thing.
And I'm not mad at her. I'm so not mad at her. She deserved to be pissed off at those people. But I wish she would have had the tools. Because first of all, they messed her up from the beginning with Maxine stealing her boyfriend.
Terry, I will say this.
They would have broke up
Her
eventually.
entire life went out, even if they would have, her entire life from that moment forward took a huge split and break, because if they probably had an okay relationship right up until that part, and then she took this man, and then she gets to see her live the life that I'm sure she wanted to live. She has the kids, she has the husband. They're gonna have a good relationship. She's on husband number 2. She don't have no kids. She working hard. And the way I know she wanted kids is because when that baby was born, the way that they cut to the camera and she was looking, you could see that desire in her heart. And it all stemmed from her sister stealing her boyfriend.
I feel like, as far as with Terry, Terry and Maxine's relationship was probably already like
Rocky,
even before. And I think that boyfriend thing was like what really just set it on that journey to unhappiness. But like, to me, Maxine just seemed like the type that everybody liked. Like, Maxine was the middle sister. Like, she was like a homegirl. Everybody loved her. She was personable, and everybody like just liked her. And she was somebody that could get along with everybody, that just had a good personality. And Terry, she seemed like one of those that would be like, I'm a bitch, but I don't understand why people don't like me. Why people don't react to me like they react to Maxine. Like, I've seen people like that. I can name a couple of people like that. Like, they can't understand why they are not liked. Like, and I think that she kind of, held that against Maxine. And then, because the boyfriend liked her first, but then Maxine came along with her pleasing personality and just free spirit and kind of took him. And I don't think it was intentional. Sometimes people just are how they are. But I think, as far as with that boyfriend thing, yeah, I guess it was kind of rough that she did go on and marry the man and have this loving relationship and all these children from him. And then that was hard for Terry. But
Terry should have been grateful. She should have been happy. Like, yeah, I helped my sister out.
Help her out doing what? I'm confused.
Nobody with me? Nobody's against everybody? Okay. All right.
You are alone in that one.
Alone on my own little island.
You are.
I don't know, man. I just think that she probably got hurt by her family at a very early age, and then also felt that same responsibility that I have to take care of everyone because I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest kid. I'm the one who's doing the best for myself. Everyone else is, it's my responsibility. It's my responsibility. And and then her mother probably encouraged it. And the reason I know her mom probably encouraged it is because she was like, stop worrying about what they doing. You need to worry about your own man. You is on number 2, when they was talking about money. When she was saying that she loaned her that money or whatever. Her mama switched it to be like, let's not talk about money. Let's talk about that second man you want. And I was just like, that's wild. That's wild business.
Yeah. I felt like that was just such a poor way to handle that. Like, if she wanted them to stop arguing, she should just shut it all down. But like, switching it from one daughter's indiscretion to the other daughter's indiscretion, like, I felt like that was just irresponsible parenting. But
super irresponsible.
Terrell.
Yes.
You looking like you still on what, Team Maxine? Terry helped Maxine out.
Yeah, I'm still on that. Yeah, I'm still on that wave. I'm still on it.
I don't see how.
What's for you is for you. If it was for her, it would have been for her. She would have kept him.
The man she had wasn't really what cousin.
Miles was.
Yeah, we need to talk about that.
Well,
okay.
It's such a double-edged sword for me with Miles, because I understand why Miles did what he did. He said he ain't want more, and you could tell that she did not. She didn't respect him at all. However, I still, and we had this conversation before about that money that he took out of their account without saying nothing.
Terrell.
Don't have to say nothing.
Terrell, this is your shot to redeem yourself. Y'all.
There will be no redemption here. There will be no redemption here.
That's all right. That's all right, because I know that your wife is watching. Your wife is watching us right now.
Oh, yes, she.
Yeah.
We have the real live version of this conversation.
Exactly.
We got Mrs. Film Enthusiast on the line. And
Mrs. Film Enthusiast. Yeah.
Yes. So let's talk about what happened.
Let's talk about what happened.
Day, and they were sitting at dinner, and she just kind of looked at her little food. She was like, "It's the account." And he said, "Yeah, I took 5."
And apparently she cut some food like this.
She was cutting food like this, and was like, "It's the money, it's not the account." And she wasn't even trying to look at that man because she was mad. Because this Negro turned around and was like, "Yeah, I took $5,000 account, make CD."
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking to me about it.
Out of our account.
I don't get
out of our account.
First of all, you can say what you want to say, but ain't no way in the fiery flames of hell you gonna take out $5,000 and don't even tell your wife.
If I got Babyface's two brothers, Casey and JoJo, I'm taking the money. I'm taking the money.
Okay,
we about to make a hit.
Hey, first of all, but that's not what I said. There is no way you would take that money and not tell your wife. Mm-hmm. Tell that lie, Terrell. Lie so I can hear you lie.
I'm not about to lie. If it's a joint account, but the thing is, he took it. He needed it. He took it, and then when asked about it, he wasn't like, "I don't know what happened to the money." He was like, "No, it ain't missing.
So
I took it."
Please, Rhonda, thank you.
But the fact that
see it here,
let's see.
Yes, see in the comments. Yes, speak to us, Mrs. Film Enthusiast. Terrell, so you would not tell your wife. You would not tell your wife
that you not tell your wife that you about to take $5,000 out your account
until she asks. You would not tell your wife until she asks.
If it was that important to her, because I needed it. Obviously, I didn't just do it all willy-nilly. I needed it for something.
But you not answering the question.
But did he need that money? Because to me, you need light. You need a new brake on your car.
He took it out of the savings. They were both lawyers. They weren't both a struggle street. And then he was like, "Okay, well, if it's that big a deal, I'll go and we'll split the accounts." Well, no. What's he no for? If it's that important, if you feel that strongly about it that I can't take money out of a joint account, then let's split it up.
See, Terrell,
I get my money.
Nah, because what you doing right now?
Out of money, thank you.
But what you doing is you jumping over what I'm asking.
Mm-hmm. What are you
First of all,
asking?
if it's a joint account, nobody care about you taking money out of a joint account as long as you ain't interrupting finances. But would you
that's what it is.
But
money
would you take
finances
and not tell your wife?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You got your answer.
I'm trying to say face.
But see, y'all trying to pin it down to one little part when there's a bigger part. There's a bigger part.
No. You're trying to focus on the bigger part while I'm trying to pin it down.
There's a bigger part. I don't care about the minutia. I care about the grand scheme of it all.
You taking $100. You taking $500. This Negro took $5,000 out of the account.
And didn't tell nobody.
Because I have Babyface, Casey and JoJo, and the other two admin brothers. We about to make a hit. I think the that he didn't tell her was because she didn't care about his endeavors in the first place.
Or
So
because
she would have automatically,
or because he was scared.
Right.
she would have
That's
automatically
really it.
tried to shut it down. And why is it a good thing that he was scared? I think
Thank
that's
you.
terrible.
Listen, I'm sorry. Discussion
I
is
think
over.
that's terrible.
This discussion is over. Mrs. Film Enthusiast has answered. She said that he would not. Thank you. Thank you for joining us for Sips and Scripts.
Because there's no way.
Mrs. Film.
I can understand you thinking. I can understand you thinking that's how you would handle that. I understand. I want you to go. You know what, Terrell? You know what? Go take $5,000 out of your account right now.
Do it, Terrell. Do it.
I don't have a reason to take $5,000 out of my account.
Nah,
Do it.
Do it.
And we'll see you here next year.
Okay, if I take it out, I'll just reroute it right back because I don't.
Let.
Just a giggle.
That's right. Do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go get yourself a new car right now.
See how people slide into your marriage and just try to spread it apart, trying to stole it.
Wow.
Tomfoolery. I ain't with it.
So we together.
Yeah, y'all, both of y'all slithering in, trying to. Yeah, let me see if I can break that up some. Nah. No. We together, we united, and it feels so good. We like this. You're not gonna break that apart.
Nah, no. Hey, listen, we ain't gonna break it apart. You when you snatch that $5,000 out your account, that's what's gonna break it apart.
If I need $5,000, let's say,
okay, all right.
If it's something that I really need it for, I'm not just gonna do it just because that don't make any sense. But if it's something that I really need it for, and Miles was really serious about his music career.
But
all in all, he ended up quitting his profession to pursue his passion. And I think people are overlooking that.
Okay, fine, fair enough. If that was his passion, Miles took the money out, fine. And it was partly his money, fine. That's not what I'm disputing. But where he was in error was that he did not tell his wife. And we, as the viewer, have to figure out why that is. Either he didn't care enough, or he didn't think she supported him enough, or she was afraid of him. And I think that the third reason is, all of them could be true, but that third reason is the most true. He was scared of her, and not scared of her like she would beat him up, but scared, but it would ruffle feathers. It would set her off, because Terry was one that if you set her off, she would say some nasty things that would hurt your feelings.
Exactly.
And I think that he did not tell her because he knew it would cause a problem. But you can't, in a relationship, you cannot be afraid of your partner. That's the only thing I'm saying.
So you say.
I understand that.
Depending on the type of partner it is, and it's always different when it's male to female and female to male. It's always going to be a difference. You're not going to experience the same type of thing with your partner that I would experience with my partner.
But I understand
even if it's a similar situation.
No, I absolutely agree. But idealistically, you do not need to be afraid of your partner, because that's where things like this happens. Like him taking that money, set her off. He was wrong for that. But if he would have just said something, maybe they could have had the argument up front. I don't know. Right. I don't know the dynamics of Terry and Miles' relationship. Right. But what I'm saying is,
Terry would have shut it down. She would have been like, "You're not taking this money to play around." Because she thinks he's playing around. But
Terrell, listen, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that he needed to ask her for permission. That's between them. I don't know about that. And because I feel like that's what you're fixating on. Like, should he have asked her for permission? And that's not what I'm saying. If he took the money, he on the account. He obviously has access to it. He can take the money. What I'm saying is, you don't take some money out of account y'all are sharing and don't say nothing. That is disrespectful. Like, if somebody trusts you enough to have you on their account and you guys have a joint account, you don't just go snatch money out and be like, "Well, I put money in there." You at least give them the courtesy of telling them that I took some money. I had something to do. So they
Okay.
can either get mad or they can be fine, whatever. But
So
like,
they could get
I
mad
feel
and they
like
could be fine. We already knew she was gonna be mad either way.
and right, and that's the thing. You in a relationship, if you do something wrong, if you do something right, you have to deal with the consequences of it. And it felt like Miles was afraid to deal with the consequences of taking that money, so he just didn't say nothing.
Mhm.
And that's what would have pissed me off the most. It wouldn't even been taking the money because it is some of his money. Fine, if I'll be like, look, I'm keeping tab now. You take a bunch of
That's okay. That's what I was gonna go with.
He just said nothing. Like,
what I would have gone with at the beginning was like, if I brought it to you and you're like, no, I don't want you spending, our $5,000 on this. That's when I would have brought up the conversation of, okay, cool, we can separate our accounts now since you don't approve of the financial decisions that I'm making, and I will take this $5,000 out of my money. That's how I feel like all of this could have gotten down. It could have been, he told her about it, she didn't like it, okay, we're splitting our accounts and now we'll go our separate ways, or now we have to rethink about how we're going to split bills and things like that, and then go from there. That's
right.
all. That's how that conversation would have gone in my mind.
Yes.
But yeah,
and
I think that it warrants a conversation, at least hey, I'm doing this. How would you like me to do it? With your money?
Talking about with the splitting or the bills?
Or would you like me to split it? Like that would have been the conversation.
Yeah. And I think with like Terrell, you say that you wouldn't. You would definitely. And I'm not even trying to come down on you. And I'm saying that because you are a good partner.
Yeah.
Like, and I love you, Terrell. And I done, picked on you all this whole episode. Because I enjoy that. It's my love language. But no, that you are a good husband, you're a good partner. Ain't no way you would take $5,000 and just be sitting at dinner table like,
you right, I wouldn't.
Yeah. So I gotta compliment your black.
Of course. Hey, compliments to get you a lot of places.
I hate Terrell like a lot, and I mean this from the bottom of my damn feet. I hate you.
Well,
not your feet.
Not your feet. That's real funny.
My rough ass feet.
So cool. So that leads us to one of probably the bigger things in this whole movie, which he took the money. He's not feeling supported by his wife. She was really giving off big B energy, to be honest with you. So in all of that, they let Faith come into their home, and
yes,
Faith
we gotta talk about Faith.
Also an artist. She's also a creative about herself.
She was a dancer.
She was a dancer.
That's art.
And she took an interest in him and his work and was supporting him. And so they go back to the house, and he goes up to the studio, and she comes in, and they have sex. How that they felt so bad afterward. And I have a hot take on both. Like, I see both parts, because he was wrong as the day is long, as Lauren Lake would say, because you don't just.
They was wrong. Yes, they was wrong. Mm-hmm.
Yes, they both were wrong. But
okay.
I'm giving both sides. He was wrong. You're married. That is your wife's cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong. Sis, my mother took you in. You are my cousin, but you slept with my husband. You are wrong. However, I could see how it happened. I could see how they fell into it with each other. And I don't know. I'm about to make up a crazy argument. It's a crazy thing.
Yeah, you.
What I do?
Almost like, damn,
you weren't
Terry,
looking to the heavens like that. What's up there? The answers up there?
Harry needs to be a better
I don't know.
person.
Maybe
That's
I just
all.
Don't like Miles. I just don't like him. I thought he was weak as shit, and like he was weak about that money, and he was weak about that relationship with Faith. And I get it. Like, there were a lot of doors left open for that to happen.
Yeah.
But it's like sooner or later, like you gotta stop like just letting just the breeze take you wherever and stand up and do the things that are right. Like, and Faith, yeah, Faith was wrong. And of course, she was absolutely wrong. But I just don't really like Miles. And then he just a weak man, just weak. But I will say, as far as the film, that was a beautifully written scene. Like, even though it is a infidelity happening, like the way that they looked at each other afterwards, like you could tell, like they acted that scene beautifully. Like because the way Faith was just like it was just beautifully acted. You could tell that they both had like immense remorse over
Guilt
what just happened
immediately.
So, and you know, usually they just really exuded that really well. So, but yeah, Faith came in with them bangs and bust that relationship up. But it was already on the way out.
I'm gonna say that relationship was already going on the path of divorce.
She reminds me of that girl from that Tyler Perry movie who was that strong, and she came into church singing. What's her name? Also Faith in that movie. Oh God, what's the one? Oh gosh, when they were singing.
Oh, talking about the one that was that girl's mama.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly who she reminds. But yeah, nah. It was a lot going on.
She did have a little Cheryl Pepsi Riley to her. But
that is so funny.
But Faith, I do like how the way that they handle Faith at the end. They were like, you know, we tired of you running. Let's just fix this. And maybe that's what Faith needed. Like, I guess she probably always felt like an outcast, and you know, just did what she did and then left.
Yeah.
But I would have hoped Miles just left forever. Huh?
What? Yeah. I said you could tell they were mean to her growing up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because as soon as she walked through the door, oh my goodness, if looks could kill. I was like, man, she ain't even did nothing yet. So she just walked in.
Look, you can tell she was there to do something real soon. But
I don't even think that was her intention initially. I don't think she came there. That was her motive.
No.
I don't think so either. But she just seemed like the type that just makes poor decisions, and you could tell something was going to happen with that. And I don't think that was her intent to come in and just like mess things up. But she just seemed like the type that just, if anybody was going to mess something up like that, it would have been her.
I don't think she intended to mess anything up, but I do think it was kind of a coincidental that Terry had got into it like right before she slept with her husband, because it almost kind of gave
it's revenge.
Okay, so
I'm gonna show you.
You want to talk ish? I'm gonna show you some ish. It kind of gave that a little bit, but I also, again, at the end of the day, you could tell that they really, really felt bad about it. And I will say one thing, Terry, a better woman than me, because she thought about her in that moment and got him out of the situation, because I don't know if
because a lesser woman would have been going downstairs, baby. TT gotta take care of something.
Yeah. I'd have been like, you know what? Your mama and you probably got here on your own anyways. Go back home. Because right here,
run along, now, baby.
Yeah, right here,
run along.
Ain't gonna make it out.
Run along, now, baby.
Yeah,
but
I think in Hinesville, them to go to Chicago. You just don't be run along. You don't run along in Chicago.
Well, they was running along actually, because the day when Lim went and picked him up, he was just walking out in the streets with his friends.
And he would go to the hospital. He would go to the hospital on his own to visit Big Mama.
And I still thought that was crazy.
Yeah, kids being snatched up like that though. Back in the day, and like
why are you asking us?
Really? Was kids being snatched? Yes, kids have always been getting snatched up. Since the beginning of time, kids been getting snatched.
I don't know.
People been snatching kids since you could snatch a kid. They didn't wait until
I feel like
the
back
2020s
even
to
when
start snatching.
My time has come. I'm finna start snatching up kids.
I'm just saying, when I was younger, my parents allowed me down to my friend's house without supervision and stuff like that. I would not let my kids do that today. At age like today just is totally different than what I even remember growing up. That's why I say that.
I let my son walk or down to the park without me watching what's going on. I mean, it just depends on your kid.
Well, and I think
he was mature for his age. But we kind of like live off from the city. Like, I don't know where you grew up, like growing up in Hinesville. Like, I'm not worried about, oh man, they out here doing all kind of stuff in Hinesville, even though they were, but it wasn't to the point where you was like, oh no, don't go outside because it's dangerous out there. It was like, okay, they doing whatever, but most of them is doing what. So, I mean, I don't know. It just depends on the kid or what.
Yeah.
But Chicago, it's true. If they just trying to get people fearful of black people in Chicago, but it sounds like it's pretty rough up there. So I wouldn't just be letting the kid go run around skipping hunky dory, running. He ain't got no sense.
Just because he think he know nothing. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that because I'm a Southern kid through and through, born and raised down here. But I have seen like TV shows, like sitcoms or whatever, where it'll be like, Mom, I want to go to such and such. I know what bus to take. I'll take this bus and get off and get on this train and then go here. And then it's like, all right, we'll let you try it. So maybe Amal was one of those where he had mastered the public transit system and he knew how to get where he was going without any problems. I don't know. I don't know about that life.
You also got to think about it being up north because kids in New York do that too. Like, it's nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
so I don't know.
Maybe.
And he probably was around here. I'm gonna ask my mom.
Yeah, he probably would like leave school and be like, "I'm not gonna take my bus. I'm gonna take this bus and go here and go visit Big Mama, and then I'll take this bus and go home." So I mean, I know that shit's scary.
I'm gonna ask my mama. My mama was raised in
cell phones was all prevalent like that.
What her mama let her do.
That would have been a struggle for me. I wouldn't have been just be like, yo, hop on the bus. I'm like, nah, if you want to go see Big Mama, come home and then we'll go see Big Mama. I'll let you go up there once you get home. But first, I got to put my eyes on you. You just can't be strolling all over the place like you ain't got no sense. Ain't gonna happen. Yeah, I got to see you first.
Yeah, because I know me.
I think he was in middle school. Y'all think he was in middle school about?
Yeah, I think he was, he was middle school.
I'm asking my mama. I'm phoning a friend. She was raised in Connecticut. She's the only northerner I really know, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna see what she said. Polling.
We have a comment that says probably depend on your kid and where you live. Yeah, I think all of those factors are important. But y'all, let's talk about that party scene. Tara's gonna stab up all them fools. And then made this movie a thriller. It turned into a slasher pick real quick.
Baby, that was a great scene to me. I don't know why she would have went to that party. Like, I get she was dropping the baby off, but I had to leave immediately because I ain't fit.
I love the way she handled that.
Oh, I love how she handled the scene.
That's how I am. That's how I am because I'm the type. I'll sit on information until I decide when is the best time to unleash what I know.
Oh, okay. Don't look too evil.
I love you, baby. So, but no, I'm like that too. And then
Run!
and she was just steaming. You could tell she was sitting on something. She was steaming that whole party. And you know what, man? Screw Miles. He needed a couple of stabs.
Screw Miles.
So
It's definitely Screw Miles.
yeah, not like Faye screwed him, but like, you know, just like how life can screw you.
Wow.
Ah,
That's wild. Okay.
A few
That
stabs
was
would have really sent Miles in the right direction. And I feel
I
like
you. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
the
saying.
direction
When
would
I
have
say
been
he wouldn't have
either.
made it out of my house, he would have made it out of my house without them stabs. That's why I'm like, Terry, a bigger woman than me, because I would have been
Wow.
whooping.
Lord Jesus.
I'm trying to tell you, it would have went guns blazing. I would have went blank.
I
But
can't
that's
say
'cause
that.
I got emotional.
Did you see how many? Did you see how many stairs there were to the roof? I'm Captain the Mouse. Stay right there.
'Cause I'm about to walk right past you and go
Captain
about my
Miles got
business.
their ass beat immediately. I'm not that big. Oh, I'd be like, baby,
As soon as I catch
go
my breath,
downstairs,
I'm coming.
turn your TV on, and just blast it. Glass and
Goodness
everything
gracious.
would have been.
Well,
Heads would have been
Well-
through pianos.
oh no, God, how many pianos do we have?
I know, right?
Well-
Multiple pianos. That's where you're wasting your money at buying all them damn pianos. Take my $5,000 and work with Babyface for the one time. Get this hit.
Terrell, you look. Okay, Babyface alone was worth the 5,000, but the crackheads.
Here's the problem with
Okay,
y'all
they
talking
were in
about-
their prime. They were in their prime.
Were
I'm about to say that
wait,
Casey and JoJo.
were
Don't
they
play.
Babyface? Were they Casey and JoJo in the movie though?
That's a good question. We
That's
we
who
don't
they
know.
were. I think they were a
Them
regular
vocals was
band
hitting
in
the
the movie.
same.
So
Them
that
vocals was
doesn't mean
hitting
that
the
they.
same.
It doesn't mean that they were actually.
Thank you. It
It
doesn't.
doesn't mean that they were actually anybody in the movie just because they could sing good. I know plenty of people who could sing good who are still. So I don't think that matters as much if they weren't Casey and JoJo in the movie.
No, they ain't had to be Casey and JoJo in the movie. I could have heard them brothers anywhere, any place. I would have signed them. I ain't even got I ain't got nothing to sign them to, but I'm gonna sign them because we got to get these brothers heard. We got to get them heard.
See,
Rhonda, please check your account because Terrell ready to pull out $5,000 for anybody here on the street beating on a bucket singing.
No, these brothers wasn't beating on no bucket.
message where it said, "Baby, Chris Terrell over drink." So yeah, I would look at my nephew and said, "Baby, go downstairs now. You better get to running because I'm going in guns blazing. I don't care how everybody would have been hurt, me included. Oh, this is why I'm not in a relationship now. Oh Lord, I'm sorry.
I'm scared of
my
the
healing process. I am still in my healing process. You just in my face and me see it. Like if you told me you cheated on me, it probably would go off a lot better. But if you in my face and I saw you, lock me up. Just go ahead and lock me up.
I do feel like that whole relationship was a lot of them underestimating each other because I feel like Terry was the type that, you know, she felt like things were on lock, you know, and I really feel like she didn't even think about Miles sleeping with Faith because it was like, no. And I think she underestimated him or maybe overestimated him. I don't know.
Maybe it was like, you already got a good thing. You wouldn't jeopardize this. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it was like he wouldn't dare do that.
Ding, ding, ding. Sorry, raise hands. My mother said that in middle school, her parents let her walk from school, but they all had to walk in a group. But when she got to high school, yes, they let her do whatever, walk to wherever she wanted to go or catch the bus. So there is your answer.
There you go.
Okay. Well, All
There you
right.
have it.
then.
Another question, guys. What
What's
is
up?
egg pie?
What is fish cakes?
Now I've heard of fish cakes. They're like crab cakes.
I ain't never heard of fish cake, and then the way the bird destroyed them things was like,
I know you couldn't even
Fish
recognize. Like,
cakes
what was that?
are literally just like crab cakes, like little balls of fish. Same thing, same difference.
Wow.
but egg pie is
Yeah,
it's like a custard pie.
I ain't never heard of that before, and it sounds disgusting. Has anyone on the live ever had egg pie before?
Egg pie is like I've had it before, but I think it's like that chess pie. Is egg pie and chess pie?
I'm about to ask my mama again because that sounds like some northern stuff.
Wow.
I ain't never heard. Yep, just crab cakes with fish instead of crab.
Well, that's probably good. I'd eat that. I like crab cakes. So,
We're having
I'd
crab
eat
cakes for
cake.
dinner tonight.
Must be nice.
Let me drive 4 hours away and get me some crabs.
Girl, you could just drive right up the street to Aldi and get them because I ain't making no damn crab cake. I love you, Randall, so much that I slaved in the kitchen all day.
Whatever. Don't nobody believe that.
My bestie said it's like custard. Egg pie is like a custard.
Yeah.
I'm not really a big custard fan, so that's probably why.
But it's like baked. Like it's not like that you eat it with a spoon. It's like a custard pie that you bake and it's solidified, like it bakes. And I think I was trying to look up if it's egg pie and chess pie.
But chess pie,
okay.
The cookies, that's not the cookies.
No, those are chess cookies.
Oh.
But chess pie is like they're both like custard, like a custard that you mix in, and it's But fish cakes sound disgusting.
Yes.
I don't know how. I feel like fish cakes and crab cakes can't taste that different.
Actually, I'll take that back. I don't know why I agree with you. No, I would agree with Kayla. Yeah, I'd eat that.
Yeah, it can't taste that
crab
different.
Cake,
one just tastes fish. One tastes like crab.
If you
eat fish cake is a patty of shredded fish and mashed potato coated in breadcrumbs and fried.
Okay, yeah. You like mashed potatoes? You like fish? You like fried stuff?
Well, how you make crab cake? That ain't.
Salmon croquettes or fish
somebody's
cakes. Okay, now see that makes sense. But what? I think I would like potato in there.
That might just be the recipe you looking at.
Well, I guess.
I'm sure you can make them the exact same way. Salmon?
Y'all is funny going into these dishes like that.
But I will say, I think the other like real part that we have to talk about is the whole situation with Samuel, Lim,
and Bird. Bird is the word.
Bird was a typical young idiot because an older
Samuel being on that nasty business that he was on. Oh, that was some nasty business he did right there.
But you know what? I don't even blame him. I don't even blame him. That was an ego thing, and that's what happens when you pull somebody else into your relationship like that.
Open the door to a man you know who still wanted you and asked him for a favor. You knew that this was bound to happen. However, I still go back to Bird is young, and Bird thought she was doing the right thing by trying to get him a job. She just was wrong.
I think that she made a bad choice, and I think that kind of knowing that was a bad choice comes with maturity. Like I think an older woman would have known, then like, don't you do that, babe? Don't do that, baby. And it was the best
thing she could.
I thought it was interesting. I thought it was a really good angle to put because it was like she made that choice because Big Mama wasn't around anymore to be like, baby, don't do that.
Yeah. She ain't asked.
And it was like it was a good display of how much Big Mama like guided this family and held this family together. Because I think that if she would have talked to Big Mama about that, older woman would be like, baby, don't do that. Let a man
I think
be a
she
man.
would have asked her sisters either one of her sisters would have been
Yeah,
like,
if she
"Don't
would
do
have asked
that."
anybody, I think everyone
She
thought it
hell,
was
she
a
could have
bad idea.
asked. She could have asked Ahmad, and Ahmad would have been like, no, TT Bird,
Don't
no.
do that. I seen the gun
That
in
was
his
just-
car. Don't do.
Don't do that.
But okay, so what I want to talk about is, so Samuel was wrong. It was his, and then
The
what
one now
happened to
talking about him
him
pushing
because of
her?
his, yeah, coming up in there breaking that first mistake.
First of all,
But
that
then
door was so funny. I'm like, what that door made out of? Like
right.
glass? Because like
It literally just was like, I guess it was
Yeah.
the vets trying to show he was that mad. But I think
But he
I
slammed
would
it
have been
like a
pissed.
normal slam. That wasn't like no
yeah, that was some
incredible
straight
Hulk
up
slam. That was like,
movie magic. 'Cause-
Yeah, of course. I think that his reaction was still too much for the situation. Well, I mean, I can understand why he was that upset, but you're not gonna put your hands on me in my shop. Number one. Number two,
I think he was a young idiot too.
yeah, they both
Yeah.
were young.
And
And,
not, yeah.
he
and
didn't
not
make the best
excusing
decision. She didn't make the best decision. Yeah, but like he said, putting his hands on her was wrong, but he didn't beat her like people thought he did.
no,
And
he didn't.
and that's why I'm like, Terry, you too smart to be that dumb to be like, I'm gonna call this my no good cousin who ain't never up to no good, who just do dumb stuff all the time to go handle this for me.
Yeah, that was
to
like
me
yeah,
was
Terry.
that she did a little too much with that one. But what was real funny to me was that bar scene when he was all big and bad and got a gun. That's why you leave people alone. You don't know that.
To me, it would have made more sense for Terry to call that cousin on Miles, and I would have been, yeah, Terry, yeah.
That is so funny. Yes.
You're gonna call the guy on Lim, and the guy, well, he got real seriously injured.
I was like, baby, you don't know these folks to be running up on nobody.
Yeah, it would have been
investigation first.
It would have been more effective for her to call the guy on Miles, because Miles would have been.
No. Yeah, Miles would have down the street.
About me, it's like I'm on the fence because I do like knowing that I call somebody and they gonna run up after me like if somebody put their hands on me. But I don't think that the situation called. She was wrong. She was super wrong. And while I still don't condone him putting his hands on, I also think that trying to get revenge on him for that was a little misplaced.
Yeah, I
because your sister was wrong.
Yeah. And you never know how stuff is going to escalate. And it escalated to something that she didn't. She was like, oh, I guess I didn't see that coming. Like your cousin ended up getting arrested and hurt.
Yeah.
Them ended up getting arrested and in jail for weeks. And then your sister's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what you trying to do? Like, relax.
Yeah, and she misused her resources. She should.
Did.
That was a big call. Yeah, that should have been for Miles and Faith.
And then when she was like, and then it was like, I don't know how I got out of jail. Then she was like, it was me. I called in a favor from the DA. Like, brother, you the reason I'm in here. What you mean? Like, I'm gonna be giving you thanks.
I'm definitely
Terry. I love me some Terry, but she was a little misguided.
Really, that's all a little misguided.
That's really the end of this movie. Is like they all needed to be in somebody's therapy office immediately.
Yes, they didn't need to be on no pot of greens. They need to be standing around a therapist sharing their thoughts because this was a lot going on.
Yeah.
So,
but I wonder how much of this, like, I think that this is probably a great portrayal of the Black family in that time. Like, well, maybe even in this time. Because I feel like every one of those people who was represented in that movie, we all got someone in our family who's gone through or looks just like this. Probably. Maybe not every family. But think about it. You got a young and dumb sister cousin who married this man, and they making crazy decisions. You got the older cousin sister. She says he look an American movie. That's funny. But yeah, I feel like everyone is represented.
We got an older family, so I don't think like if that stuff happened, it happened way before we was even thought of. So if anything was going on like that, we'd be like, that just would have been a story you would hear.
Yeah. Kayla, out of all the sisters, who do you think you're the most like?
Oh, definitely Bird. Definitely Bird.
Terrell,
and a Bird and a mix of
really out of all of the sisters.
A mix of Maxine.
I was gonna say out of all the sisters, who do you think your wife is most like?
Oh, Terry.
Really? Because I give her Maxine.
Not between Maxine and Terry.
A little combo.
Yeah, because she is the oldest, and she is like really be trying to like run stuff. I'll be like, they not kids no more. You can't just be trying to flex your age on them. They grown too.
Yeah, but I think her younger sister would. Well, I feel like I don't know. She seemed like she'd be more of a Maxine because she might rule stuff, but she don't do it in like this weird bitchy way. Oh, or is what's real? We'll talk about that later.
Not too much on Rhonda now.
I think I'm probably the most like Terry.
I don't know.
I hate all y'all.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
No, you are probably the most mature out of all of us. Well, Terrell probably a little bit more mature. But out of us two, I think that's exactly what it would go. It would be Kirsten is Terry, Terrell.
Oh, so for us,
Kenny. I see Terrell being Kenny, and me.
I would definitely be Kenny.
Probably Bird, Faith, and Maxine kind of smushed together.
I think if I had to get technical, I think I'm a mixture of Terry and Bird.
Dang, that's a wild combination.
Yeah, I'm a little
dangerous and don't even know it. I don't like people who don't know that they're dangerous.
Or maybe I'm a little bit of a mod because I do be in people's business. Like, ooh, tell me more about that.
Oh Lord, but yeah. Well, do we have any we have a comment that see, look, an American movie. Boom. I was right all along.
Well, I did say that it was classified as an American comedy drama.
Oh God.
I didn't see the comedy in it though. When I didn't laugh.
That's a good question. I didn't see no.
I know because it's black people. Black people was in it, so it had to be funny. No.
God. You know what? An observation.
Yeah, that was Well, we have any final thoughts? Any scenes? Well, I think one scene we do need to talk about last was that whole manipulation that Ahmad did at the end, because that was.
I don't understand who would have fell for that. I'm not listening to you. I'm not listening to Ahmad. Oh, Big Mama told you that. I'm like, bro, why is you lying, bro? Big Mama ain't told you nothing. I don't believe nothing these children say. Nothing. It could be something right in my face. I'm like, nah. I need more. I need you. You can't just tell me something and that's it.
Of her saying that.
For them to all show up and be like, yes, Ahmad, lead us. Like, what?
No.
That was insane. I would have been like, yeah, and nobody talked to Ahmad.
No, that's what I'm like. Ahmad was just he was just around. Like, he's just like that kid. Like, whose kid is that? Like, somebody come get your kid.
Yeah, and Big Mama wanted you to help me invest the money, but you can't tell nobody. It's like,
that's why I'm like, Terry, you too smart. But that's why every time I seen Terry doing something, she was too smart. Like, Terry, you too smart for this. Come on now.
Yes.
And Miles, you know better not to even show up. What you got to do with it?
You deserve no money. Okay?
And Faith, come on now.
Miles can get the busted up TV case it was in. That's what you can get.
Miles can't even get that.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, okay.
with all that money in it. You know how hot them TVs would get back in the day? That money would have burnt up.
Whole of the century, honey.
Unless you
But
had
yeah.
multiple TVs with multiple things of money in it, I'd have been like, come on, bro.
You know, back in the day, you put your new TV on top of your old TV. So
Yes, you
so
did.
maybe Uncle Pete had two TVs
Oh,
up in
that's
there.
interesting. Why
Yeah,
would you do that?
Oh Lord,
floor-
Resident Baby needs to know why.
What?
Because them
The floor model
old school
TV was
TVs.
huge.
Yeah,
Them floor
do
model
remember
TV
that.
was huge.
you had
But
to
why
pay
would you
somebody
put
to
a
get them
new
up out of
TV
there.
on top of the old one?
Because you had to pay
Because
somebody
it
to
would
get
be
the old
old.
TV
It
out
would
of
be
there.
a smaller TV. Because TVs were getting smaller,
Okay.
but the old, them big, it was made out of solid wood. Those TVs would last forever,
Solid
but the
wood?
insides didn't last.
what?
Yeah,
Is the TV in your mom's house? Hold on, I'm trying to think. Or is that just a TV thing? I'm trying to remember.
no, that's just a TV stand.
Okay.
No, like she got a wall unit, but that ain't part of the damn TV. Barbara Jean.
Did you take that mirror out of Barbara Jean's house?
I sure didn't, huh? She ain't gonna let nobody touch that mirror.
Okay. I need to go see Barbara Jean and ask her if if she would like to add me in the will just for that. I think she loves me enough to be like, yes, baby, you can have this
I don't think
mirror.
nobody getting it. I really think that is something that's gonna go with her in the great beyond because she love that thing.
It's guys, when I tell you that is the biggest mirror I have ever seen in my life in someone's house, it is huge.
It look like it should be in the Beauty and the Beast castle because it's huge.
It's huge, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think there's anything else. I think we covered this movie very well.
Well, it's time for best, worst, weirdest because we done taught these people to death. We gonna do best, worst, weirdest, y'all. Oh yeah, go Kayla. What's your best, worst, weirdest?
I think my best was that, despite all of their problems and like situations that were going on, that they still came down and sat for family dinner with their mother every Sunday for what they say 40 years.
It was
for years. I think that was my best. My worst was that I think my worst was that they had Polo business trying to fix family. And that's never a responsibility of a child. The weirdest for me personally was that Terry walked away from that situation without whooping their asses first. That was the weirdest for me because I just feel like anybody who see their husband cheating on them in their face is gonna start swinging. That's just me though. So yeah. That's nice. How about you, Terrell? What's your best, worst, and weirdest?
The best part about this film, I believe, was the casting. I really enjoyed this ensemble cast. They were all great. They made it feel like they were actually a real family. Like I could see these people and other people, even if I didn't know them personally, I know people like them. The worst part of this film was I would say Ahmad. I did not like him. He was. I don't know if it's because I don't know. I guess growing up how I grew up, like you wouldn't be like, oh man, Terrell was all in the business. Nobody has ever said that because I'm minding my own business. And I know when grown folks had stuff going on, like I was like, like backing them up out of there. Like that ain't none of my business. What y'all doing over there? Y'all go have fun with it. I'll holler.
Oh my God.
Find me something.
Fair enough. Wow.
And let's see. The weirdest part, I had it, then I lost it. The film would be, I know what it is. The weirdest part is that Big Mama's brother did not go to her funeral, and y'all thought to bring him out after the funeral during this. Like, did he even know? He didn't even know that his sister had died. Like, y'all really just left that man during the funeral at the house with nothing, and not even his sister died. That was weird to me. Like, y'all ain't even try to get that man cleaned up and take him to see his sister for the last time.
Dang,
That
that's
whole
kinda-
Uncle Pete thing
that's
was
kinda
That's
true.
wow.
That's not something I thought about, but that's real true.
that Uncle Pete thing was just a very weird flex on all angles. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, because I think he was probably, was it Alzheimer's he was suffering with? Because he
It seemed like he was.
Or
They
I-
alluded to that, I believe.
flat out dementia, because I guess I don't know.
I
Yeah, 'cause he thought-
feel like they need a little bit more care.
Oh, somebody said I bet everything she would cash in Uncle Pete checks. Big Mama. This is on Twitter. Yeah. Big Mama was cashing Uncle Pete checks. That's why she kept him back
That's
there
why
locked
she had
up.
all that money.
Back there locked up in that room.
Mm-hmm.
That
That's
ain't right.
probably where all that money was coming from too.
oh, Uncle Pete. And Uncle Pete, that was his money. That could have been his money. Honestly,
Yeah,
it was
it
in
really
his
could be.
TV, and they were all jumping around with glee. I would have been like, "That's my money."
Mm-hmm.
I know, right? Like, just because it fell out the TV don't mean it's everybody money.
Right?
Because the fan caught it. The fan caught it. Hey, I need y'all to grab that and put that back in the TV. That
They
coming with
like,
me.
yes, y'all help me gather my money because that's mine. Yeah, they really did just assume that was all their money. So yeah, that wasn't right. Now that I think about it, that ain't right. My best, worst, weirdest. I think the best. There's a lot of best in this movie. It's not one of my favorite movies, but yeah, it is a good movie. The casting, the soundtrack, just wonderful. And I am a big fan of Vanessa Williams, so I love her.
Cute. And Yolanda,
and aging so gracefully.
Tara,
She's like 100 years old, and she is like gorgeous.
She still looks the same. She still looks the same.
The same. And shout out to Movie Magic, where they did that scene when they were younger. Like, I don't know how they did that, but they looked like young.
Younger, yeah.
Yeah. And that was good for the 90s, because I mean, it's the 90s. But but yeah, so it's a lot of goods. Worst would be that whole Uncle Pete scenario, and that also might be my weird too. The Uncle Pete, there's so many questions, so many. That wasn't y'all money. Weirdest, other than Uncle Pete, would be that pastor. It was so gross.
He was creepy.
That's right.
Disgusting.
Oh, come on, yeah.
I was just like, that was something that they could have left out of this entire movie because he didn't serve a purpose.
Yeah, and I guess that was supposed to be the comedy. I guess that's supposed to be comedy.
Oh, but that was weird. He wasn't funny.
Yeah, and
he wasn't funny at all.
Yeah, I don't think, and I think that we are also looking at this with our current generation eyes. Like, stuff like that is not funny to us anymore. I don't know. Maybe there's a group of people that where stuff like that is funny. But back then, that would be seen as comedy. Like, oh, this is sexually perverted person is talking about my daughter's legs under the table. Like, that is disgusting.
No.
So, but yeah, so that's my best, worst, weirdest. So let's move on to happy hour. Happy hour.
Ooh.
Lola walked in here like, y'all ain't done yet. So
guys, we promise.
We're wrapping up. Kayla, which character would you have a drink with and why?
Drink with Bird. We just need to have some girl time, girl talk. You know, probably bounce bad ideas. And be like, oh, if you recognize that my idea bad, I can recognize that your idea, we can be good together.
Y'all just gonna make a horrible decision after that.
Well, Terrell, what about you? Who you having a drink with? Who you having a cocktail?
I'm with Milestone, the whole group, because I got to get them signed. You got to hear that music. I wish that would have been a real group. I would have bought that album. I would have bought a whole album of Milestone.
First of all, Milestone was a group, but it did not need Milestone up in the front, fake playing the piano. That was That was unnecessary.
That was funny. He was looking like I'm looking at him like you don't belong here, sir.
Yes,
This is no
yeah.
longer your group.
They be like, yeah, they playing circles around you, and you just in the front like,
Like he had Chuck E. Cheese somewhere.
bruh, okay,
Little
all right.
animatronics.
They really just took him for his $5,000. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Yeah, come on, Miles. Oh God. Okay. Yes, we have a comment that says fan called it like y'all look at our money. That wasn't their money.
Yeah, they was too happy about that money.
That was Uncle Pete money.
Uncle Pete was looking at them like, oh, I'll play around if you want to.
Yes.
I got something else in the other TV. You don't want to see that though.
Which brings me to my happy hour because I want to have a drink with Uncle Pete. Because I feel like they are coming here every Sunday making all this damn noise talking about their money. They ain't got no money. That's my money. I want to drink. They come in, they do all their cooking, and then the baby, she come to say she gonna cook by herself and everything burnt up. Like, what I'm gonna do with this? I mean, that's right, Uncle Pete. Mm-hmm. Yes. So I'm having a cocktail with Uncle Pete. Yes. So well, that's it for soul food. What's everybody binging this week other than turkey? We're trying to have any turkey.
You didn't have no turkey?
Still
No, we
trying to
made a
finish
chicken.
that one show. What was it? Something Love, Actually Love, whatever the TV show. The girl and the husband and they moved from France and he a chef and he got cancer and all that. I can't remember the name of it. Love Actually, something, whatever that is on Netflix. I'm still watching that.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sure, what you binging?
I've been rewatching Atlanta still.
Okay.
Thoroughly enjoyed that show. That's about it. And what I just wanted to watch? Oh yeah, that Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was good.
Guys, I know Kirsten, you had to say yours, but if you have not seen the movie Spirited with my favorite, oh gosh, now how I'm gonna say he's my favorite and his name just slipped my mind. Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, go watch that spectacular movie. It is so great.
What's it
It's a
called?
great Christmas movie, Spirited.
I've seen they've been popping that up on my Google, and I'm like,
No, you have to watch it. It's spectacular.
It's good. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I will check it out. Kirsten, what you binging on? You all right? What you doing?
Nothing. Yeah, I'm fine. I was
What are you doing? Coke. You done that? I'm like, hey, you all right?
okay. I'm sorry, I was reading something, but no, what I'm binging on, I'm watching Wednesday.
Oh yeah,
on Netflix.
Real cute.
I have thoughts, but for the most part, it's enjoyable. But yeah, and I'm in the last season of Supernatural. I'm on the home stretch.
Whatever.
And I'll probably start right back over because I don't know, man. I maybe I'm having some weird mental health stuff going on, but it's a very strange comfort in watching old stuff.
You know, that's the thing.
Yeah, you know what's gonna happen. It's comforting. It's just comforting. But yeah, so I'm watching Wednesday. I still have not gone to see Black Panther 2. I know.
We're talking about that next week. I think we're talking about that next week.
Yeah, so I better hurry, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, better put some wheels on it. Put some wheels on it. Let's get it.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yep. So that is what I'm binging on, but that's pretty much it for me. I think was there something else? that I'm gonna watch. Oh, I still got to finish the last season of the Family. What's that show on Netflix with Tia?
See, we all
Oh, Family Reunion.
Can't remember.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Someone in the comments said my Hennessy sidecar is fighting back, and they're not lying.
What was happening? That's funny.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
I guess, you know.
Yeah, so that's it. So any final thoughts, everybody? All hearts and minds.
The mind's clear.
I
Yep.
think they're all clear.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in and joining us today. We hope you enjoyed us. For bonus content and to learn more about the show, you can head over to sipsandscripts.com. Please follow us on Instagram and on Facebook at Sips and Scripts Podcast. It is a really big help. Share our little podcast and follow us and tell a friend to tell a friend. If you've got a suggestion for a film that you'd like us to discuss or you just want to add to the conversation, or if you want to say hello, just DM us on social media, or if you leave us a voice message on Anchor, we will play it on the show. So thanks again. Next week we are doing Black Panther. Is that what we're doing next week?
Black Panther 2.
Yeah,
Black Panther 2 next week. So so if you've seen it or if not, join us. There will be spoilers. Sorry, but
Super spoilers.
So that means I got to get my butt in gear and go to the movie theater and see this movie so I can know what y'all are talking about.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah. So thanks for tuning in and see you next time.
See you next
time.